Our van is not suited for this at all.
Never been this close to an active volcano. There's rumbling. Oh my goodness. Wow.
We're Haley and Jake, and we've driven our tiny home to the middle of Mexico. Today, we're driving up to over 4,000 meters to visit Mexico's second and third highest peaks, one of which is an active volcano. Welcome to Iztaccíhuatl Popocatépetl National Park. When you last saw us, we were leaving Teotihuacan.
Madness. There we go.
We drove south and made the 1,100 meter climb up into the national park.
Good morning and welcome back. Today we are at the highest we've ever been. We are at 3,700 meters. We are camped in between Mexico's second and third highest peaks. We're in the national park called Ixtapopo. There's a longer name, but I can't really pronounce it. Today we are driving up to La Jolla, which is a spot where you can start a trailhead up one of the mountains. One of them is an active volcano, so you can't hike up that. But we are going to hike up the dormant volcano and hopefully get some nice views.
We parked at the Paseo de Cortez Visitor Center last night, which is at 3,700 meters elevation, which is the highest we have ever slept at. Our plan for today was to go hiking around there at that elevation. However, we went into the visitor center and learned that La Jolla, which is the other visitor center, you need a permit to visit there on the weekend. And today is Thursday. So we need to go up to La Jolla, hike there today, and then return to Paseo de Cortez and hike there tomorrow because you don't need a permit over there. We're now driving down this very sketchy road, which we were quite worried about getting stuck on. How are you doing?
Doing okay. These roads are pretty bad. And I'm still getting used to the altitude, but we weren't planning on doing a long hike today. We were planning on doing an easy one and a long one tomorrow, but I guess we have to do a long one today, so we're trying to get there and beat the weather because it's the rainy season and it's supposed to storm every afternoon, always now, I guess. So, gotta hike in the morning. These sacks, I think we're good to go. So we are starting our hike at the La Jolla trailhead. We are at 4,100 meters above sea level, which is the highest we have ever been. This park is home to a dormant volcano that we're climbing and an active volcano, which hopefully we'll get some nice views of.
You can do some serious hiking here. The Popo volcano, which is active, you can't hike on because it's active. But the other volcano, Ixta, you can actually hike up to the summit, but it's an overnight hike. There is serious mountaineering at the summit, and well, one day we would love to do that. Today will not be that day. We're just gonna hike up to a viewpoint. Look how fast the clouds are moving. Unfortunately, this hike and the national park in general is not Finley friendly. He's allowed in the parking lot, but not on the trails. So this morning we took him on a stroll around the parking lot, played with him, and now he's catching up on some work back at the van.
So because we weren't planning on doing this hike today, we're starting later than we planned. And it is a rainy season and there are severe storms every afternoon. So we need to book it up there and make it back to the van before it starts storming. So we mentioned a couple times that we're at high elevation. And what that means is the air is a lot thinner up here. You get short breath really easily. You can get altitude sickness, which is headaches, lack of appetite, and you need to acclimatize when you go up here. So we slept last night at 3,700 meters, and now we're starting our hike at 4,100 and going up. We've never hiked anywhere near this high before, so our stamina is definitely lower than it usually is. But the views are unreal, and it is totally worth it.
Hi guys! We've recruited some guides.
We've only gone about 2 kilometers, and we're both fairly fit people, and we're having to stop every 10 feet to catch our breath.
Hello. Hello. Oh. You going up too? Go on. If you can do it, you can go. No. Oh. My goodness. You don't have to go if you don't want to. You're the one that works here. So we just have to climb up there. Hi guys.
Hey, out of here. No. Out of here.
Whoa, you brought snacks? Can we have some?
So one of the main draws of this park is that you can see an active volcano, which is behind me, which is Popo. And today we're getting lovely views, but we can't see the volcano. But we did hear it rumbling last night, which was really cool.
We packed lunch, so we're gonna sit here and have a snack and enjoy the views, and hopefully we do get a little view of the volcano. We can see a very small part of the volcano right there. What elevation are we at?
We have gone 2 kilometers. We have a 272 meter gain, and we're at about 4,250 meters elevation.
And this isn't the end. We're hiking up to another viewpoint. Oh, I think you can hear it rumbling. There we go. Those clouds rolled in real fast.
Okay, we had a break. Onwards to the next viewpoint. So we have a sat phone that lets us text people anywhere in the world, get weather anywhere in the world, and track our location. So we're using it up in the mountains to make sure that a storm's not about to roll in and we know when it's going to be here. So we should have about till 4 o'clock before the storm rolls in, so we're just checking the weather. Our parents know we're here just in case anything happens. And this gives us a lot of peace of mind while traveling, because we know that no matter where we are, we can get help if we need to.
Every now and then we hear the volcano rumbling. It's really cool. Never been this close to an active volcano that's rumbling. There it was again. We've named our guide dog Itza after the volcano. Another one's Popo, but I don't know where he is. I think we are literally in the clouds now.
We've been keeping an eye on the storm rolling in, and we're about 45 minutes maybe to an hour from the end of this hike. And I don't think we have time to get there and get back before the storm. So we might still at this last viewpoint, take a break, and head back.
Which we're okay with because we are very tired. Ooh. Wow. That's a cool view. Last push.
just wanted to take a moment to highlight 6 months ago I was in the hospital, unable to walk, and here I am hiking up to the highest elevation I have ever been to.
We made it to viewpoint 2 on this hike. This is the highest we're going. We are at 4,400 meters, and we are gonna start heading back down. A cloud bank has rolled in, so it's totally fogged in, and a storm is gonna be here in a couple hours, and we don't wanna risk being on the mountain when it hits. So we are gonna start heading back down.
It's also getting really cold. Her fingers are getting frozen. We made it back down to the first viewpoint. That was the toughest part of the hike. It's very rocky. So glad to be back down here where it's a little bit calmer. There's rain clouds rolling in though. They are really dark. So we gotta keep moving. Hopefully we won't get rained on. This is beautiful. And there's Popo. Hello. Oh, yes, we made it down okay. Thank you. We just made it down to the start of the trail and it's starting to rain. So if that's not perfect timing, then I don't know what it is.
Let's go get some hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Finley, come here, bud.
Hi, buddy. Finley. Hi, bud. Hello. Hello. Yes, you're good to go. Thanks for watching the band. What's this? What's that?
It's my hand, bud.
So the final hike stats, we went 5.1 kilometers. We had an elevation gain of 417 meters. It took us 2 hours and 23 minutes of moving, and the total time, including our lunch break, was 3.5 hours. So pretty good.
So we are camped up at about 13,000 feet, or about 4,100 meters. And we learned yesterday that our heater only is rated for about 3,000 meters. So that means we are up here and we learned our heater doesn't work, which isn't the best. Luckily we spent a lot of effort insulating our van, so it's not really cold in here. It's just a little bit chilly. It'd be nice to use a heater, but nothing like learning the hard way. At least it's not freezing outside.
Just means you gotta put socks on. Also, before coming up here, we stocked up on groceries, and the grocery store that we went to put barcodes on every single thing that we bought.
Good morning from day 2 in Ixtapopa National Park. It is a cold, blustery morning. Our heater still isn't working, so we are having coffee and making pancakes. This is a massive pancake.
Oh my goodness.
The small ones weren't working, so I tried to make a big one. Our propane is reading low. Probably just cold. Because we just filled it up.
Ta-da!
Good boy.
We're just saying goodbye to our new friend. Go, Ixta.
It's time for us to leave La Jolla. We're going to be heading back down to the main visitor center in Paseo de Cortez. The road to get up here was pretty bad, so hopefully the rains last night didn't make it super slippery. It's been beautiful up here, but very windy. So our plan is to head to the pass, do a hike, and see if we can beat the rains today.
Look Look how clean the van is after all the rain last night. It's sparkling.
It's roads like this that make me happy. We built a four-wheel drive rock crawling vehicle rather than a road van. Just kidding, our van is not suited for this at all. But it does it.
It is 6 degrees Celsius on the dash, and we are getting 402 watts into our 400-watt solar panels, which just shows that the UV is really strong up here. We made it.
Day 2 in Ixtapopo National Park, and we are starting our second hike. This one is from the Paseo de Cortez Visitor Center.
This hike should be quite a bit easier compared to the one we did yesterday because we're starting at 3,700 meters elevation, and this hike has much less elevation gain. Because this area is all volcanic, the sand and the dirt is all jet black. It's really cool. We're occasionally getting glimpses of the active volcano Popo as we're going on this hike. Hopefully we'll get lucky and it will clear and we'll be able to see the full volcano soon. Right now we are hiking in between the two volcanoes, Ixta and Popo. The pass is called the Paseo de Cortez, and it is named after the Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortez, because when he came over here, this is the pass that he took when he was making his way to the city that is now called Mexico City to attack the Aztecs. So that's why it's called that. I think this is the most we've seen of the Ixta volcano, and the shape is supposed to resemble a lady lying down. It's called the Sleeping Lady.
Really?
Yeah. This isn't the most maintained trail. We're walking into a cloud now. Again. Good morning, Finley.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
You see the volcano, and it's smoking.
Yeah. Wow. Good morning.
Good morning. It's our third morning up here at 6 a.m. And this is the first time in the entire trip we've been here that you can see the tops of both the volcanoes.
This morning was a pretty cool way to end our time up here. It was very short-lived. Both volcanoes are now covered in fog and you can't see them at all. So we're very lucky that we got to see them this morning.
We had a great time in Ixtapopo National Park. We had great hikes, saw beautiful views of the volcano, and we were okay with the altitude, which we weren't sure about, so that was a huge bonus.
Finley's also been incredibly patient with us since he wasn't allowed to come on any hikes with us. So he was a good doggo, and we are gonna head back down to, I think, Puebla, and we'll find a doggy park to take him to. So,
see you guys next time.
bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to join the journey, and we'll see you next time.